everyone. A warm welcome to Perth Grammar School's first annual prize giving broadcast online. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and invited guests, as viewers this year, I hope that you enjoy this celebration of achievement. Whilst it's not in the plush surroundings of Perth Concert Hall, as head teacher of the school, I take some comfort in knowing that you are safe and well, watching from home, and that we are together, albeit apart, due to the public health advice relating to coronavirus. Tonight I congratulate all of our children and young people for their successes and contribution to learning and to school itself throughout the year. Relax and reflect on another year of learning and achievements in our community. So please do enjoy the presentation of awards along with a number of other special features that follow.
I'm here to introduce Perth Grammar School Climate Squad. It has been a real privilege to work with this truly inspirational group of young people this year. I'm going to pass it over to them to tell you about their impressive successes this year and about what they hope to achieve in the future. I'm sure they're going to leave us all with something to think about.
In February of this year, Sir Tom Hunter put out a competition in which school pupils could make a short video explaining what they would do for climate change if they had all the power in the world. A group of about 25 of us got together in Miss Wishart's room and we were so excited. Some of the previous prizes for winning had been dinner with the Obamas, and when we found out it was dinner with Sir David Attenborough, we were all so excited. We had basically 2 weeks where we sacrificed every lunchtime to go to meetings, and then we eventually came up with the "if you're not uncomfortable, you're not listening" idea. We spent a whole lunchtime filming it, and we were so nervous and so excited because we had no idea what any other schools were doing. We went on an in-service day and we found out that we had won, and everybody was going mental, and we couldn't wait to get back and just talk about it. When we got back, we were told that 9 of us would get to go, so 9 of us were chosen, and we went to dinner with David Attenborough. When we got there, it was so nerve-wracking and so scary, but so amazing. We came in and there was a drinks reception where we got little vegetarian canapes, and we got to meet the other schools and, you know, just chat to everyone that was in the room, and it was amazing. We then went upstairs and Tom Hunter spoke a little bit about his foundation, what climate change meant to him, and what he's trying to do in order to help climate change. Then David Attenborough started speaking, and his speech was incredible. He spoke with Matt Baker and he spoke about his career, climate change, you know, what he sees happening, and it was just so amazing. Then we sat down, then we had our starter, and John Swinney came over and told us to come over and speak to David Attenborough. We went over, we shook his hand, we got a photo, and it was genuinely so crazy and none of us could actually believe it was happening. Then we sat down and we had the rest of our meal, which was so amazing. And then at the end of the night, Tom Hunter helped create the vegan sausage rolls and vegan steak bake with Greg, so we all got one of them. Then after that, Nicola Benedetti played her violin and the auction started. Throughout the night, we were all asked if we wanted to participate in the auction, but it was all about £10,000 and none of us had that amount of money. Then we were given, and because of this, we have been given so many more opportunities, and we cannot wait to do more things like that because of our dinner with David Attenborough. We also got a photo with Matt Baker, some people got a photo with Sean Batty of the weather, and just overall the night was absolutely incredible, and I'm so thankful that I got to be part of it.
So apparently they wanted to talk to us about climate change or some nonsense like that.
Wasted our lunchtime. I should be planning my holiday right now.
Where are you going?
New Zealand. Only 2 flights.
Can I borrow that bag? I'm using for my rubbish was put on the back of the door for
You're taking a lift to the airport. You can go in Leonard's SUV. Plenty of room for the
brilliant.
kids.
Things can all be changed.
But you don't know that.
Because you haven't been educated on that. But we can.
We can educate on this.
We want to start a new system.
made by kids.
For everyone. Embedded in the curriculum.
All across Scotland.
All across the world.
Equipping the leaders of tomorrow
With the means of developing.
A sustainable future.
Lessons revealing the truth.
And how we can change.
To stop this.
Because with education,
We have the knowledge.
To drive change such as a standardised waste system.
A better one.
One that makes a difference. By telling you how.
A new way.
has positively impacted the environment.
Biofueled public transport.
That doesn't pollute our world like petrol and diesel.
Creating a circular economy that encourages sustainable living.
by only producing products that are necessary
And can be used time and time again.
Without causing so much harm. Making multi-use products more popular. Take your packed lunch for example. Swap your cling film for reusable beeswax or cloth.
Or swap your plastic bottle for a reusable bottle.
Easy.
These are all simple changes.
Changes that make a difference.
You're just being lazy.
Believe it or not, it all starts with a small thing called
attitude.
If you're not uncomfortable, you're not listening.
Our world is changing.
Do you really want to be known as the ignorant and lazy generation?
You're the first to be affected.
And the last that can do anything about it. So we're reversing the roles.
And telling you to change.
Your attitude.
so we can have a future.
A future that is driven, not on ignorance.
It's on knowledge.
And
Action. Action.
Action.
Action.
action. Hi, I'm Ruben and this is Maisie. We hope you enjoyed our first video. We are both S4 pupils and we are a part of Perth Grammar Climate Change Group. We joined this group in hope of helping to tackle the climate crisis that the world faces today. During our time in this group, we have realised how immense the problem is and how even the smallest of actions can help massively. We have invested our time and effort into what we believe is a very important topic. So far, we have acted by participating in a group workshop about nudge theory, which then led us to remodelling the school's recycling system by putting new, creative bottle and can recycling bins in the school's canteen. We also decided to purchase some general waste bins that will encourage pupils to dispose of their rubbish by using a voting system. The voting bins give pupils the opportunity to express their views on fun, political and educational topics. As a school, we are trying to do our part to tackle climate change, so we decided to plant over 50 Scottish native trees around the school grounds. On Sunday the 8th of March, the group participated in a community litter pick at Tulloch's Lade, where we successfully filled up dozens of bin bags with rubbish. At one of our weekly lunchtime meetings, Mr. Farrell and Mrs. Wishart told us some news that would not only help us do our part for the environment, but it would also get the whole group working together as a team. The exciting news was a trip to Willowgate. During our time at Willowgate, we managed to have fun while also being productive. We were separated into groups of 6 and taught how to cat a canoe. Once we were able to canoe as a team, we then got on with our main task, cleaning up the River Tay.
After sailing up and down the river, we managed to collect a shocking amount of waste. We found items such as old cookers and washing machines on the riverbank. Many of us have also taken part in climate strikes and get-togethers throughout the year, led by local climate action groups. Some of our junior members wrote an article for the Children in Scotland magazine, discussing our big win and why we are so passionate about fighting for change. And that brings us to now. We still meet online every week and are using this time to learn more about sustainability. Many of us have taken part in a series of webinars by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, which have had us getting creative, while also understanding why replacing our linear economy with a circular model is so important. Some pupils have designed their own sustainable t-shirt brands. Just before school shut, we helped submit a proposal to the Scottish Learning Festival, the most important annual event in Scottish education, held at the Scottish Exhibition Centre. The plan for the festival was that the group would do a workshop for teachers and other educational delegates by showing them our videos to essentially make people feel uncomfortable while listening and challenging them into action. Sadly, the conference was cancelled, just like most events at the moment, so we'll have to make do with you as our audience. This lockdown has provided us with the chance to focus on our newest video and to use this bizarre time as an opportunity to rebuild and take control of our future, just as nature is doing so right now. So now we've got your attention, are you sitting comfortably?
Now we've got your attention.
It's time to talk about action.
Amidst all this panic that the virus has caused, are you looking out your window?
Nature is taking over.
Nature is taking its opportunity.
Isn't it time we take ours?
We've shut our doors to the virus, but we can't shut out this chance.
Clear waters, clear skies.
But do we have clear minds?
In the rush to return to normal, we need to ask ourselves,
what normal do we want back?
What do we want to leave behind?
We need a new sustainable normal.
A normal with litter-free streets.
A normal with quieter roads.
A normal with biodiversity.
A normal with low CO2.
A normal with no stopwatch on our lives.
We have almost come together.
We have almost changed our ways.
it's easier than we think. Every ripple makes a wave. The flip of a switch, a swap or a stitch.
Every step makes a difference. We promise.
We swear.
Right now, we are apart, but we have never been more united.
The time to heal is now.
And we've not known this now before.
One crisis changed our lives.
Why won't another?
We have to move forward.
Before there is nothing to go back to.
So now we've got your attention.
Will you do something this time?
Will you do something? Will you?
Will you?
Will you?
Hello everyone, Mr. Farrell here. I'm here to begin the presentation of Prize Giving Awards 2020. We will present awards for all year groups for the excellent work they've done this year, showing pride, respect and ambition. I will begin with the S1 awards, and then my colleagues in SLT will move on to the other year groups. We will read these out in alphabetical order, and you will be able to see as you watch the actual awards scrolling up on your screen, whether they be Merit Awards, Excellence Awards or Endeavour Awards. Enjoy, and look forward to hearing your own name, which deserves to be heard. Aaron Shepherd, Ahmed Ali, Ailey Curry, Amy Robertson, Alex Webster, Amelia Thompson, Andrew Nicholson, Angus Petrie, Anna Brown, Archie Dimmock, Billy Black, Blair Rogalski, Brendan Len, Caitlin Borthwick, Callie Wilkie, Cameron Moss, Cameron Ritchie, Caris Napier, Caitlin Cobb, Charlie Hodge, Charlie Swan, Chloe MacDonald, Chloe Urquhart, Christopher Reid, Connor Miller, Daisy Morgan, Daniel Walker, Edith Muir, Edward Trevelyan, Emily Mitchell, Emma McIntosh, Erin Mitchell, Erin Henderson, Ethan Stark, Fern Dixon, Finlay Bukocki, Finlay McLaren, Grace Ashworth, Grace Kerstorfen, Hannah Gibson, Hannah Reid, Heidi Johnston, Holly Neal, Isla McIntosh, Jack Hennessy, Jack McLean, Jack Soredi, Jack Wilson, Jay Hutt, Jaden McIntyre, Josh Parsifal, Kayla Bannerman, Katarina Nakladalova, Katie McMillan, Kayla Ray, Kelsey Thompson, Kerry Bogue, Kieran Finney, Leah Neeshore, Lewis Smith, Leo Scrimger, Liam Lawson, Leanne Clyde, Lily Mae Scrimger, Lily Adam, Madison Mitchell, Madison Moore, Maria Elena Giubigiano, Mia Fraser-Green, Milla Bonthroom, Miles Furlong, Nevin Mackenzie, Olivia Keenan, Paisley Williamson, Rhea Taylor, Rory McCallum, Rory Strachan, Ruth Gall, Ryan Syme, Sadie Edwards, Sam Wilson, Samantha Malcolm, Samia Devers, Shay Sinclair, Sophie Tom McMaster, Struan Gatherer, Tegan Cole, Titan Miller and Tristan Leal. Well done all of you. I will now hand over to my colleague Mr Woodcock to read out the S2 awards. Thank you.
Good evening to everyone watching at home tonight. I'm Tim Woodcock. I'm the newly appointed Deputy Head Teacher here at Perth Grammar School. I'm delighted to be involved in our first prize giving here. I'm honoured and privileged to be in a position to award the S2 prize winners for this evening to those young people who have contributed so much to the life of the school over the course of this session. Without further ado, our prize winners are Aidan Esplin, Alistair Dawes, Alfie McFarland, Amy Cunningham, Amy Young, Anna Molnar, Angelica Brooke, Anne-Marie Robertson, Archie Mitchell, Brendan Smith, Brooke Law, Brooke McKillop, Bruce Cundall, Caleb Ramsey, Callum Duncan, Cameron Cowan, Charlotte McNeil, Chloe Moody, Courtney Gordon, Christina Mikulachik, Delia Dogru, Dorian Simbida, Driana Norris, Ella Wu, Ellie Grandison, Emma Shinwell, Erin Jarvie, Erin Murray, Fergus Coots, Finlay Ewart, Fraser Hutchison, Freya Hamill, Gemma Langdon, Grace Fairley, Harley Bicknell, Harley Buchanan, Harris Grant, Harry Davidson, Holly Martin, Holly Blundell, Holly Ingalls, Imogen Robb, Iona MacDonald, Iona Scott, Jack O'Connor, Jake Hamilton, Jasmine Jacku, Jenna Martin, Jessica Edmondson, Joe Hill, Juliana Kozelska, Justin Dixon, Caitlin Ferguson, Kalisha Stewart, Cassie Mackay, Catherine Potter, Katie Farker, Kira Hamilton, Kira Hamrati, Kelsey White, Kelsey Cunningham, Cody Lappin, Kyle McNichol, Leonie Blackley, Lexi Duffin, Libby Robson, Liliana Meseros, Lily Beaton, Logan Crabb, Lucian McCannu, Lucy Martin, Luke Watkins, Maisie Cross, Milo Hutchison, Neve Lawler, Owen Goodrum, Rachel Burns, Rebecca Pearson, Rhiannon Imrie, Rowan Devine, Sally Pastor, Shannon Harris, Sophie Gray, Travis Stephen, Tyler Kelly, Tyler Smith, Walker Eadie, Victoria Krakowiak.
Tonight's pupil presentation is about girls football. Not just a celebration of present day pupils, but also one of our former pupils, Lana Cleland. This year we have a real wealth of talent in the squad, with every individual contributing to its success. All the girls in the team have a high level of skill which is epitomised by Ailey and Abby. The girls asked me when they were in S2 if I would run a school team, and of course I said yes. At the time I had no idea they would be so good and that I would have the privilege of seeing the talent in the team grow the way that it did. In particular, Ailey and Abby have really focused their energy into the game and worked hard to get where they are, playing for their respective teams out with school and accessing other opportunities in the sport. I know at times their experiences have been quite difficult and required some real resilience, but the girls have never ceased to keep trying and working really hard. The PGS team won the Schools Cup and the Scottish Schools Cup in 2018, and we were on track to repeat this again if not for lockdown. Our last success like this in girls football was back in 2007 when our special guest tonight was part of the team. I'm absolutely delighted to hand over to Ailey and Abby, who will share their stories, and we'll hear their interview with Lana. Thanks very much.
I'm Ailey and I've been playing football since I was 6. I joined my first girls team, Jeanfield Swifts Under 11s, when I was 8, and I've loved playing ever since. I was really excited when I heard that Lana was going to be speaking at our prize giving, and I think it's really cool to have role models that have had similar experiences as you. It's funny hearing teachers talk about her like she was just a normal pupil, but to then see her on your TV scoring for her country in the World Cup. I went to France to watch Scotland compete in the World Cup, and it was an amazing experience to see how far girls can go in football. Our school football team were meant to be competing in the school Scottish Cup final, but sadly because of lockdown that got cut short. Abby and I were also meant to be competing in a national camp this weekend with lots of other girls from around Scotland, but sadly that too got cancelled. I recently signed for Hearts, and this was a big move for me. I train in Edinburgh 3 times a week and I love the intensity I get to play at. Sadly we've only played 3 friendlies due to lockdown, but even in these games it's given me a real eye-opener to where I could go in football. I was recently selected for a Under-17 Scotland squad camp, but sadly due to injury I didn't want to risk it and I didn't go. I think Lana has shown that through hard work and determination you can go anywhere you want to in sport, never mind just football, as she demonstrates by playing professionally in Italy.
My name's Abby Ferguson and I'm 15 years old. Ever since I was little I've been interested in sports, especially football. When I was 5, my mum took me along to the Jeanfields Boys and Girls Soccer School, which led me to sign for the girls team at 7. I ended up playing for Jeanfield until I was 13. I really enjoyed playing at Jeanfield and met lots of good friends. At 13, Celtic approached me and asked me to sign for them. Since playing for Celtic, I've been to Denmark to compete in the Dana Cup, won the league and won the Scottish Cup. I train 3 times a week with my club and once a week with the regional performance squad. Last September, I was picked to play in a friendly for Scotland 16s against Northern Ireland, where I came on as a substitute and equalised the score into 1-1. In February this year, I was delighted to be selected for the Scotland under-16s national team, where we went to Malta to compete in an international development tournament, where we played against Azerbaijan, Malta and Gibraltar. I was over the moon to be selected and it made my family and friends proud of me. This was my first time going abroad with the Scotland squad, which was a really exciting and an amazing experience. We won 3 out of 3 games, 7-0 against Azerbaijan, where I scored the opening goal, 4-0 against Malta, and 11-0 against Gibraltar, where I scored 2 of the goals. Scoring 3 across the 3 games was an amazing feeling. Over the week, we also had training sessions on the days we weren't playing games. A lot was expected of me, especially as a player. I needed to sleep well and eat well, so I could play at my highest level. Overall, it was an amazing experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I'd also like to thank Perth Grammar for letting me have the time off school. Can you tell us a bit about yourself?
My name's Lana Cleland, grew up in Medfin just outside of Perth, went to Perth Grammar School. I've played football all my life and currently I'm a professional football player out in Italy for Fiorentina Women's.
What are your memories of Perth Grammar?
Had a lot of great memories at Perth Grammar School. One of the best ones for me was probably winning the Scottish Cup with the school football team. That was a really great time. Apart from the football side, growing up a lot, getting to learn a lot of different subjects. School's really a massive place for learning and for understanding who you are as a person, so I passed some really great years there and getting to know a lot of great people.
Can you tell us about your achievements in life and football?
My achievements so far in life, personally and in football, vary quite a bit. I can speak a different language, fluent in Italian. I think if you ask my French teacher that I would be able to speak a different language, she would have something to say about that. So I'm quite proud that I can speak a different language. On the football side, I've played and scored in the Champions League. I've been to the European Championships. I've been to the World Cup, scored at the World Cup. But yeah, becoming a professional football player has probably been one of the highlights for me. Being a girl growing up, I was always told that it would never be possible. So to now be sitting here in a different country playing football for a living really is probably up there with the best.
What did it take for you to get where you are now?
To get to where I am now, I've faced so many different challenges along the way. I've needed grit and determination. I've needed to give up so many different sacrifices from a young age as well. Choosing to go to training instead of going out with friends, or missing so many different things growing up, but it's all been worthwhile knowing that I can sit here today and say that I'm happy and that I've finally made it to where I want to be, and that I can continue to push and work hard and be out here living the life that I've always wanted to live. So yeah, hard work and determination definitely gets you to where you want to be and helps you along the way.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the young people at Perth Grammar?
Just want to give a quick message to all of you young people at Perth Grammar School. Keep working hard, keep aspiring to be anything you want to be. Don't let anybody put you down. Keep working hard and be determined and believe in where you want to be. I want to say a quick congratulations also to Ailey and Abby for everything that they've achieved this year. I kind of see you as not following in my footsteps, but working on the same path that I was at. So to see you young girls coming through, I hope that you can achieve all that you want to, and you can maybe be sitting one day where I am. So everybody keep working hard. Massive congratulations for everything that you've all achieved this year, and keep pushing to where you want to be. Right, where's the ball?
Ciao a tutti!
As we reflect on session 2019-20 and look ahead to 2021, it seems appropriate in the current climate for the focus in the head teacher address to be that of responsibility. This is now my 5th year making this speech, and so I look back to previous themes which have included engagement, change, making connections and collaboration, and empowerment respectively. In session 2019-20, no more than ever before, each of these remain poignant to our vision to become an outstanding learning community that has the highest expectations of and aspirations for its learners. And in that, we need individual and collective responsibility to now move us forwards in a way that we may have never seen before. So before I give consideration to the many highlights of our school year, the word responsibility must be viewed as something assigned to each and every one of us. Responsibility is at the very heart of an independent learner, a feature that we all require to seek to be. And for me it seems an obvious attribute to be resourceful for your own learning, and we have constant reminders across our learning environment of our commitment to our school values of pride, respect and ambition. Taking responsibility for your own learning makes it easier to identify strengths and weaknesses, providing areas of focus that you need most help with to build the necessary skills to ensure progress. Doing so, of course, takes effort, grit and determination. Challenging us to take this responsibility for our own learning, however, only works if we acknowledge the support needed to do that effectively. And that means constantly building relationships and for us to be relentless in seeking improvements to support one another as learners. Only learners themselves, after all, can control learning, and so it must make sense that we take responsibility for this. But as I have learned, that doesn't happen overnight, and we must invest the time, energy and focus to develop understanding and define the purpose of learning. The only way learners can reasonably be expected to assume responsibility for the learning is if they really do believe they have the capacity to do so. And our responsibility as a school is to create the space, community and processes that support each of us as learners, whether this be collaborative learning in a classroom or continuing to create a community where each learner is seen through a lens of equity and excellence. I certainly reflect with trusted colleagues, friends and family on moments like this tonight in my career and life. I need their support to learn, even when it requires me to do the really hard work of owning to my failures and not simply recognising the good times. I'm grateful to those who have accepted the responsibility to support me in my learning throughout my life. And certainly you too, with the support of the people you have around you as educators, together we can continue to create a more just world through teaching. So following an utterly joyous achievement ceremony last June, Perth Grammar School went on to have many highlights this year, evident from the get-go, including Perth and Kinross Disability Sports success over the summer holidays. Excellent career-ready internships with local businesses was also a feature at that stage. And a number of our young people had outstanding success in sports that also included basketball, football at local and national level. And in 2019 we watched in admiration of our very own guest speaker this evening, the international women's football star and local lass, Lana Cleland, score in the World Cup. A former grammar pupil herself, Lana is a perfect example of someone who takes responsibility for her learning and development which secures her success. Our young people travelled and benefited from a host of experiences as far afield as China, Tanzania in partnership with the Fine Trust, Italy and Florida. And anyone who could think that we could have predicted what was to come with our commitment to digital learning and seeking to utilise Microsoft Office 365 to deliver a blended learning approach back in July. At Perth Grammar, in order to seek to raise our attainment, we gave due consideration to our curriculum, and a promising example of this evolving was seen in the interest generated from our first pupils to receive the National Pool Lifeguard qualification, providing a very practical means of directly linking learning with the world of work, as well as swimming as an essential life skill. A local authority visit and an inspection back in November provided us with key action points that we continue to take forward in order to improve learning, teaching, assessment, attainment and achievement. Now, preparing for this evening, I noticed that in 2018 I quoted a phrase from our now head girl Shauna Davies that she had submitted to the Hunter Foundation on If I Ruled Scotland, in which she stated that being in charge comes with a big responsibility, and you have to be brave enough to take the first step. Not only does that resonate with the theme of my head teacher address, but strikingly, little were we to know that 2 years on, a group of our young people would win the same organisation's competition in February to have dinner with Sir David Attenborough. The powerful film that they produced called people to action and change their attitude towards sustainability and to listen to what needs done, with the statement, if you're not comfortable, you're not listening. And so it was through the energy and responsible attitudes of this year's senior pupils that I believe we now have the momentum to truly realise Learn a Voice in the meaningful way that it should. This was also reflected in our ongoing pursuit to become a rich respecting school in terms of gold status, and in this context, Article 12 became established as our vehicle to continue this journey of genuine learning participation and engagement. Further examples of this could be seen in our Apps for Good competition, where family learning felt very natural, with parents working locally joining us over the lunchtimes to support the event, and another S2 speed networking event that enhanced learner conversations and around different careers. Before our school was closed resultant of the pandemic, we all had to take responsibility in terms of a new normal, and in doing so we stayed home to save lives. And around that very time, our partnership with the Robertson Group, now entering its third year, was symbolised in terms of its own growth through the planting of 70 new trees by S2 and S3 pupils. So once again, we're not only hugely appreciative of our main strategic partner, but we are also very grateful to have the support of a range of businesses in terms of our links and partnerships, supporting the awards this evening and ensuring the workplace experiences, studies and skills on an ongoing basis with our young people. From there, we have since seen the transformation to remote learning, a new responsibility for all of us. And we now look forward to a blended learning model in session 2020-21. Therefore, it's my message for all of us to hold on to the past success and to keep in mind that learning is a social process, for there are opportunities in what lies ahead. Many additional barriers are placed, often unintentionally, in the path of learners such as gender, class and race, and I'm confident that we can continue to overcome inequity through the culture we build as a school. Our school development priorities focus on the themes of achievement, learning and leadership, and once again I am pleased to recognise that we have progressed each of these. The number of young people who leave Perth Grammar School into a positive destination remains impressive, and attainment is showing indications of an upward trend in a changing context to ensure that we are driven to reach out to every member of our learning community. Now, we always recognise the landmarks of our staff, in addition to the many achievements of our young people, and earlier this year we recognised Alan Shepherd for 40 years service as senior technician. And in terms of staff moving on at the end of the term, we say goodbye to Susan Ferguson in Business Education, Tim Carmichael Modern Languages, Gail Cowan in RMPS and Craig Collins in English. Michael Farrell, Deputy Head Teacher, goes on to anything but retirement after 16 years at Perth Grammar, and thanks to him for the careful coordination of this evening and to those who have organised the event with him. For those colleagues and the small number who have moved on in the course of the session, we take with them our best wishes and appreciation for their significant contributions to our school. I take this opportunity to say a special thanks to all of our award winners, presenters, performers, parents for their support tonight and indeed throughout the year, school partners, all staff, and to you as viewer. Summer is on the horizon. I wish everyone a bright and energising holiday. For their commitment and work throughout the past year, please give a moment of reflection to offer sincere thanks to Team PGS. And finally, with pride we respect, with ambition we strive.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? So let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. 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 There's a place where we don't have to feel unknown. And every time that you call out, you're a little less alone. If you only say the word, from across the silence, your voice is heard. Oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around, you will be found. You will be found. Out of the shadows, the morning is breaking, and all is new, all is new. It's filling up the empty, and suddenly I see that all is new, all is new. You were not alone, you were not alone. You were not alone. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. If you only look around, you will be found.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Marthing, Acting Deputy Head of Earn House, and I'm delighted to be introducing the S3 Awards this evening. So first off, Adam Riley, Amy Burns, Amy Finlay, Ayla Murray, Alan Patterson, Amelia Soka, Anya Davis, Arias MacDonald, B. Henderson, Bethany Harvey, Brooke Maynard, Caitlin Struth, Caitlin McCafferty, Callum Roy, Callum Wilkie, Cameron Edwards, Cara Patterson, Kaylee Meeklum, Charlie Dow, Christopher Jarmajewski, Cole Bryce, Conrad McRae, Daniel Powry, David Koprowski, Diego Neto, Dion Wright, Ailey Kulik, Ailey Thompson, Eliza Cowie, Ella Rutherford, Ellie Halls, Emma Christie, Emma Stewart, Erin Watson, Fia Kendall, Finlay Ross, Finlay Wilson, Georgia Ferguson, Graham McFadgen, Harris Johnson, Harris Al-Najjar, Henry Trevelyan, Holly Hampton, Iona Banks, Jack McKeith Lowe, Jamie Wilson, Yana Hay, Jordan Williamson, Joseph White, Katie McCormack, Kayla Gillespie, Kayla Brown, Kelly Fan, Lauren Gillis, Leah Wares, Lewis Scott, Leah McLaren, Logan Jameson, Maisie Sinclair, Matthew Doig, Matthew Livingston, Melissa Morse, Mia Jack, Molly Pettigrew, Morgan Evans, Murray Nairn, Naomi Thompson, Nicole Roger, Nina Lawson, Rebecca Scotland, Renee Smith, Ruben Lowe, Ryan Melville, Rhys Donaldson, Robin Hughes, Robin Yarwood, Ronaldo O'Connor, Ross Muir, Ryan Gurley, Sammy Mitchell, Samuel Cairns, Sean Clooney, Sinead Labram, Shirley Fan, Stuart Ashworth, TJ Hunter, Tegan Gill, Titus Bays, Toby Anderson, Tommy Miles, William Holland, William Yao, Yara Jade, Zachary Wiseman, Zara King, Zanti Lever, Zoe Jackson Hill.
Good evening everyone, my name is Mr. Jewell and I'm the Business Manager at Perth Grammar School, and we'll now move to the S4 Awards. Ailsa McCallum, Amy Proudfoot, Ashlyn Robertson, Alex McKinnon, Alphonse Shiyu, Amber Miller, Anna Sliders, Aaron Bryant, Audrey Hutchison, Ben Cunningham, Bethany Kelsey, Brooke Murray, Brooke Suter, Callum Johnson, Callum Lane, Cameron Petrie, Cara Langlands, Chloe Reiki, Cody Bateman, Connor Smith, Daisy MacDonald, Daniel Arnott, Daniel Beakey, Danny Moore, David Key, Douglas Baldock, Ailey Coots, Ailey Davies, Ailey McFarlane, Ellie Hutchison, Ellie Townsley, Emma Faulkner, Erin McCulloch, Erin Northcott, Ethan Goldwire, Evie Mullen, Gia Dalmadali, Grace Brown, Hannah Kirkman, Harris Porritt, Hayden Scobie, Imogen Lowe, Jamie Young, Jordan Russell Howard, Joseph Hanratty, Joshua Anderson, Joshua Liley, Katie Duffy, Kian Mezanovic, Kevin Fan, Kieran McCall, Kirsten Davis, Kyle Stephen, Lanny McGilvery, Leon Walker, Lewis Patton, Liam Finney, Lisa Lowe, Lucy Harvey, Lucy Sinclair, Marianne Fife, Matthew Clancy, Morgan Ogilvie, Maya Wien, Natasha Jarvie, Neve Watt, Nicole Fraser, Paige Doherty, Rebecca Anderson, Rebecca White, Rhys Devine, Robbie Gray, Robbie Farker, Robin Turnbull, Rowan Duncan, Ryan Morton, Samuel Porritt, Sarah Cleffin, Scott Duff, Sean Martin, Sean McKinnon, Shannon Stark, Sky Steele, Sky Gibson, Taylor Webster, Tegan Duncan, Victoria Shall-Rook, Zach Smith.
Giving people a voice meant that they could speak up for what is important to them. It became apparent that children's rights were high up on that list of priorities, and the Article 12 group were keen to move our school towards becoming a gold standard rights-respecting school. All pupils at Perth Grammar School are given the opportunity to learn about rights and take action to protect these rights for young people locally and around the world. From fantastic artwork to rights in another language, and S2s choosing a charity to improve the lives of others, UNICEF's Convention on the Rights of the Child are in our plans now and in the future. You will now hear from a number of our rights ambassadors and Article 12 members to explain some of the ways pupils have used their voice to incorporate rights, make improvements to their school environment, and stand up for others.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and this has been a big year for Pupil Voice at Perth Grammar School. We've revamped our entire system with the help of some interested pupils and created a new group rooted in the United Nations Convention for the Rights of the Child, or the UNCRC, who have been leading a lot more of our rights-based activities around the school. Most of the campaigns and strategies to push rights to the forefront of PGS have come from the aforementioned Pupil Voice group, which is named after the convention itself, Article 12. We decided to hold interviews and gather in applications for the positions of 3 representatives per year group, 1 per house. It was really difficult to narrow these down, but eventually the team did it and we found our Article 12 group. They've worked so hard this year and done so many amazing things throughout the school, especially considering it's the first year we've had the group.
Hi, my name's Nicole. For the second year running, we organised a wee sleep out event in the Games Hall to support the homeless. Before the sleep out, we had a workshop for participants hosted by Ruth Watling, the leader of the Scottish Government Homelessness Strategy, and Jim Barclay from the Simon community, where we all learned about the effects of homelessness in much more detail, followed by a surprise debate about who's at fault when it comes to homelessness. The whole night was an eye-opening experience which led to more awareness of not only the struggles that these people face, but also the importance of the UNCRC, especially Article 27. We were due to have our Gold Award assessment visit on the 16th of June, but of course lockdown put paid to that. But we did achieve a lot. Here now are Chloe and Lily to tell us more about our successes. As I'm sure you'll agree, Wiraf gave us our Gold Award.
Hi, I'm Chloe. As a group with Article 12 of the UNCRC at its core, we believe that every child has the right for their opinions to be heard and taken seriously. We have achieved a lot this year with our new Pupil Voice group, one of these achievements being the introduction of chatterboxes. Chatterboxes have been introduced as a new opportunity for all pupils to voice their opinions about what is working well in our school and what changes need to be made to improve it. They are boxes placed in every class where pupils can write down their concerns and suggestions and put them in the boxes. These are collected regularly by Article 12 ambassadors, and we are beginning to respond to many of the issues raised. One concern that cropped up quite a lot was the quality of our school toilets. We are glad to inform you that this is now being dealt with, and the toilets will be getting redone in the near future. Another suggestion brought up through the chatterboxes was to introduce a new recycling system in the canteen. This involves using more recycling bins and having an additional purpose for them. These bins can also be used in a poll or voting system where a question could be put up with different bins representing different options to vote for. This means pupils can have more of a say in what goes on in our school and community while encouraging pupils to recycle.
Hello, I'm Lily.
In early February this year, we were invited to two Edinburgh secondary schools, Firhill High and Gracemount High, to see how their schools achieved their Gold Award. They took us through a presentation of how Pupil Voice works in their school and some of the things that they have done to achieve the Gold Award. Some of these things included a week every year dedicated to child's rights, teachers forming learning intentions around a right and even choreographing a dance based on a right in a dance lesson, which we were even lucky enough to be shown a few ourselves whilst there, and they were very moving. It was a great experience to hear what other schools have done to gain the award, and it has inspired us to come up with more fun ways to incorporate rights into our learning. On our last day at school, we celebrated Lots of Socks Day. Many staff and pupils came to school wearing odd socks to promote no discrimination for Down Syndrome Scotland.
Hi, I'm Harrison and that's Holly. This year we introduced a new Article 12 award to celebrate those who have championed the voice of young people, making their voices heard, campaigning for and upholding rights. We think you will agree that they have all been fantastic, but there can only be one winner. All the votes are in and it just remains to announce the winner. The nominees are
Tiana Chen, who is the sanitary products campaigner. Tiana has been the driving force behind efforts to make sure free sanitary products are readily available whenever required. Tiana has also helped everyone to understand that periods are not something to be embarrassed about and that they are totally normal.
Kayla McLeod and Nicole McCowan. They both organised the Wee Sleep Out, led the school to achieving the Silver RRSA Award, and we are sure would have led us to the Gold Award if not for lockdown.
The Equality and Diversity Group campaign for gender equality. Over the course of this session, the group have championed LGBTQ+ rights across the school by raising awareness and campaigning. They took charge of this year's gender equality assemblies, challenging stereotypes and discrimination and showing all members of the school community that everyone has the right to respect, regardless of their gender identity and sexuality.
Jack Bell, who is a fierce campaigner for young people's rights in the Scottish Youth Parliament, and he also helped form Article 12. He has also taken part in numerous surveys and campaigns, and he has also spoken at a wide variety of regional, national and international events.
Mental health ambassadors, educating and supporting peers in mental health. The mental health ambassadors were set up by an enthusiastic and committed group of pupils. This year they created and delivered a series of excellent peer lessons which were very well received by S1 and S2 pupils and led assemblies to raise awareness and break down stereotypes about mental health.
And the winner is...
Here's the envelope. Thank you very much, Holly. The winner of the Article 12 award this year goes to the Mental Health Ambassadors. Well done, everyone.
Hello to all the students at Perth Grammar School. Parents, friends and family, my name is Mr Reid and I am the Deputy Head Teacher, School Improvement for Amit House. It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for S5 and S6 this year. These are as follows: Abby Gray, Elisa Bikoki, Alexis Sangster, Amelia Wojciechowska, Amy Stewart, Amy Turnbull, Anis McRitchie, Ben Shepherd, Beth Ferguson, Beth Lang, Caitlin Middleton, Callum MacDonald, Cameron Buchanan, Cara Copeland, Cara Merens, Kayla McLeod, Kayla Thompson, Charlotte Elder, Chloe Auburn, Chloe McNaughton, Kieran Ingalls, Connor Jones, Connor Rosewell, Corin Nielsen, Daisy Ross, Darcy Munro, Darren Robertson, Dominic Wardlaw, Aidan Harbert, Emily Gibb, Emma Nicholson, Ern Simpson, Ethan Hamill, Fern Blundell, Freya Murray, Harvey Campbell, Heather Whedon, Holly Sinclair, Holly Robertson, Isaac Smith, Ishbel Dow, Isla Chapman, Jack Bell, Jack Douglas, Jack McWilliam, Jack Schofield, Jamie MacDonald, Jamie Rankin, Jay Doherty, Jenna Cryan, Jenna Holden, Jessica Drury, Jessica Tate, Jodie McKenzie, John Clark, Jordan Fairley, Joseph Clancy, Joseph Kettles, Joshua Wilkie, Catherine Morse, Catherine Ferguson, Katie Mitchell, Katie Pasture, Kayla Darragh, Kieran Fraser, Kevin Grant, Kieran Fow, Kirsty Perry, Kit Kendall, Claudia Maros, Kyle Bailey, Lakeisha Argo, Lauren Wright, Libby Pointer, Lois Grehan, Louise Duff, Louise Roy, Lucy Hood, Lucy Mitchell, Mackenzie Hay, Matthew De Guvia, Matthew King, Maximilian Holmes, Megan Crockart, Melissa Christie, Morgan Campbell, Morgan Chantila, Natalie Esplin, Niall Robertson, Nicole McCohen, Philip Mortimer, Rachel Devine, Ranich Ramsey, Rebecca Scott, Rory McLagan, Sam Knox, Saula Baksuat, Scott High, Sean Mills, Shannon Dunbar, Struan Jennings, Tiana Gresham, Tiana Chen, Tegan Guy, Tommy Dow, Tyler Harbut, Zoe Schillen and Zoe Sipos. Thank you very much. That concludes all of the awards for S5, S6.
The William Hood Trophy for Art and Design is awarded to Kayla Darragh. Congratulations and well done, Kayla. It's my privilege to announce the Dan Scott Trophy for Art and Design is awarded to Megan Crockart. Congratulations, Megan.
The Avon Trophy for Business Education goes to Hannah Clarkshak. Well done, Hannah.
The Walton Kilgour Shield for Numeracy in Business Management goes to Sam Cairns.
The Johnston Carmichael Cup for Enterprise in Business Management is awarded to Cara Patterson. Well done, Cara, you've been outstanding this.
The Grassix Garage Trophy for IT in Computing Science goes to Kaylee Meeklum.
The Prudential Trophy for Computing goes to Connor Rosewell. Congratulations.
And the Scottish Poetry Recital Shield goes to Chloe Moody. Well done, Chloe.
The Cairncross Trophy for Excellence in Higher English has been awarded to Katie Pasteur, who has worked so diligently all year to achieve so highly, and it's been a privilege to teach her this year. Well done, Katie, you really deserve this. Well done. The Lynn Bannon Award for Effort and Overcoming Adversity has been jointly awarded to Claudia Maros and Jenna Crean. Congratulations, you have both shown incredible resilience this year, and we're so proud of your efforts and success in English. Well done to the both of you.
The Quaich for outstanding contribution to Advanced Higher English goes to not just one person, but the whole class. So that is Jack, Shaunid, Natty, Tiana, Max, Rona, Kayla, and Amelia. Well done, everyone. You were an absolutely amazing class.
The Perth Grammar School Trophy for First in Drama goes to Louise Duff. The Perth Grammar School Trophy for contribution to drama goes to Kyle Bailey. The Kayla Brown Trophy for expressive arts goes to Rona Jack.
The Copperfields Trophy in expressive arts goes to Renee Smith.
The John Trophy for First in Higher Music goes to Jessica Drury.
The John Hall Trophy for contribution to music goes to Anna Patton.
Hi there everybody, I hope you're all okay. This year it gives me a great pleasure to award the Tenser Trophy for Mathematics to Ben Trotter. Well done and congratulations, Ben. Hi there everybody, it gives me great pleasure to present the S3 Edwards Engineering Trophy to Sam Cairns. Well done and congratulations, Sam.
The Sam Valerie Trophy for Outstanding Commitment to Language Learning in French goes to Jenna Holden. Félicitations, tu étais fantastique.
El trofeo El Quijote por un compromiso espectacular en el aprendizaje de lenguas en español va para, now in English, and El Quijote Trophy for an outstanding commitment in language learning in Spanish goes to Daisy Rose. Enhorabuena, congratulations, lo has hecho fenomenal.
The Callum Ford Memorial Cup for contribution to sport goes to Rachel Devine. The Donald Bryce Memorial Quaich for outdoor activities goes to Sean Holden. The Alison Wilson Bursary for contribution to sport goes to the Under 15 girls basketball team, captained by Ailey Davies and Ailey Coots.
The Parent Council Trophy for Physical Education goes to Rachel Devine.
The Ducat Trophy for Biology goes to Zoe Sifos, and the APB Trophy for Chemistry and the Brunton Trophy for Physics goes to Jessica Drury. Congratulations to you both for excellent work.
And the Parent Council Trophy for Geography goes to Katie Pasteur. Well done, Katie.
And the Parent Council Award for History goes to Holly Sinclair. Well done, Holly, for all your hard work.
The A&J Stephen Trophy for Excellence in Construction and Manufacturing S3 goes to Rhys Donaldson. The I&H Brown Shield for Problem Solving in S3 Engineering Science goes to Kyle Lamond. The Sidey Cup for Working with Others in S3 goes to Charlie Dow. The Still Cup for Commitment in Technology goes to David Kay. Well done, David. The Strewing Cup for Graphic Communication goes to Ishbel Dow.
The winner of the Career Management Skills Award awarded by Skills Development Scotland is Kieran Thau. Congratulations, Kieran. Well done.
Hi, my name is Gemma Gurley. I'm Director of Social Sustainability at Robertson Group. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of our partnership with Perth Grammar School to present the award for the development of skills, life, learning and work to Ruth Gall. Congratulations.
And the DYW Work Experience Award goes to Rachel Hunter.
Hello, very honoured to be given this trophy to this outstanding individual. This is the Kathleen Harkin Trophy for Citizenship, and it goes to Lois Graham. Well done, Lois.
The William Matheson Trophies for General Excellence go to two amazing people, Shaunard Davies and Jack Bell. Very well deserved.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming to my leaving do. As a wee leaving present for Perth Grammar from me, we have created a new award, the Climate Champions Award. This will now be an annual trophy at Perth Grammar, encouraging each of you to do something to show your commitment to climate action to make our world more sustainable. And it's my pleasure to award the first annual Climate Champions Award for Learning for Sustainability to our wonderful Perth Grammar Climate Squad. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope even more that you get their message. This is important. All our actions, however small, add up to something big. Every ripple makes a wave. Will you do something? Well done, Climate Squad. Spectacular human beings. Bye-bye.
And the Mark Berwick Leadership Award goes to Henry Trevelyan. Well done, Henry.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing you to a new award for Perth Grammar known as the Digital Star Award. On the 23rd of March, both staff and pupils alike found themselves in a new and daunting situation. In true Perth Grammar style, the staff worked tirelessly to ensure teaching and learning continued using a digital platform. In no time at all, many of our pupils were engaging in this new way of learning, and it is this that we wish to recognise this evening. Our pupils lived to our very core values, pride, respect and ambition, and despite not being in school, they were very much up to the challenge of remote learning. They have demonstrated a wide array of digital skills, which have allowed them to access all areas of the curriculum, from attending live lessons in maths to playing their instrument in our virtual school orchestra. We wish to recognise our pupils' use of digital skills, their resilience, hard work and creativity throughout their time in remote learning. We wish to congratulate them tonight on receiving the Digital Star Award. Now watch closely, as your name may very well appear.
for Ducks Medalist of Perth Grammar School 2019-20 goes to Jack Bell. An excellent year, Jack. Congratulations. Well done.
The House Cup for session 2019-20 goes to Lomond. Congratulations, Lomond House.
So the next award to be presented is the Douglas Bader Prize. Douglas Bader was a former head teacher at Perth Grammar School, and it was a very humbling experience this year to attend the funeral of his wife and to meet some of Douglas's family at that event. It certainly made Douglas, in many ways as head teacher, feel very familiar to myself, and certainly the only thing I would say is I've always said that I would have loved to have met him. So the award for the Douglas Bader Memorial Prize this year goes to someone who's shown a lot of dedication to Perth Grammar School. It's safe to say they're Perth Grammar through and through, and I am most certainly not prepared to say goodbye to them. I think the person has been the genuine elastoplast at difficult times through Perth Grammar's story over the last 16 years in particular, and at times this person has also taken on the mantle of the role of head teacher, for which certainly for the few months before I could take up post, I hugely valued. This person has become a true and genuine friend and an unwavering professional, and a gentleman of a level that I think is really second to none. And so without getting emotional, I have to say that it's very difficult tonight to present the award to someone remotely who you care so much about, but that person is this year Michael Farrell. Congratulations, Mr. Farrell. We're absolutely delighted to award you the Douglas Bader Prize. We're so going to miss you when you retire at the end of this session, and you know that we're not saying goodbye. Thank you for everything that you've done at Perth Grammar. And I'm just like, here's a little imitation of a distance hug to say, I can't wait to see you properly, and congratulations once again.
Hey,
Okay.
you ready?
Yup.
For me, coming to Perth Grammar was a symbol of a fresh start, a chance to flourish and a chance to forge a new me. Above all else, it was a chance to finally make people take me seriously. Something that you might not know about me is that I have mild Asperger's syndrome, which means that I find emotions and relationships a bit harder to handle than a neurotypical person. At first, I struggled to form friendships, often being rather forward with people, and I began to worry about being seen as someone who just wasn't like the others. Without the support of the close friends that I've had over the years, even those that I knew for only a short time, I might have stayed anxious and reserved. But I've gotten better and have learned to embrace the gifts that being on the spectrum brings. Being Aspergic allowed me to bring a new perspective to the table in discussions and to think about problems from a different angle, skills that help me excel academically across the curriculum and ones that I couldn't have used anywhere near as much without the unwavering support of the staff and pupils that have challenged me, made me consider my actions more thoroughly, nurtured within me an inquisitive spirit, and gave me the chance to find my seat at the social table. It's my sincerest hope that others like myself can find their own path and succeed just as much as their peers. Thank you, PGS, for the opportunity to start anew and to get to where I am today. In September, I'll be going off to the University of Glasgow to study law and continue my adventure. But I won't forget to look back and smile.
As a 12-year-old with big plans to change the world, I leapt into life at Perth Grammar. During these crazy 6 years, I've met new people, made friends for life, and sought wisdom and guidance from teacher after teacher, constantly trying to succeed, to do better than ever before. My love for learning spanned across all subjects. I enjoyed the complex problem solving of maths, the critical analysis of the world around us in geography and modern studies, and the ability to simultaneously express feeling, perception, and understanding in English. This passion for success pushed me to do well. I have really tried to give my all in every opportunity that has come my way. One that completely opened my eyes was our Vine Trust expedition to Tanzania last June. I now know that I want to spend my life working all over the world, trying to make a difference, whatever career I end up in. However, this passion often grasped a tight hold over me, controlling and dictating my every move. From any outsider's perspective, I think it's fair to say that I have done well for myself during my time at PGS. I was always on track to achieve the goals that had been set. But personally, I could never be satisfied with the work I had produced. I'd become so intoxicated by the stress of wanting to do well that I never felt I could be good enough. Standing before you all and admitting this is probably the scariest thing I've ever done, but I feel that I must. I do not want to create an unrealistic picture of success. I do not want to stand here and act as if it's been an easy ride. It has taken me until now to realise that success is not just a good academic record. The obstacles I faced at Perth Grammar were about my own self-worth, and being able to acknowledge and address that now feels so much more important than any exam certificate. My success is that I am now able to stand here and say that I am so proud of myself. Yes, I stand here as head girl, as someone who has done well academically, but I also stand here as a person, and it is my journey of personal acceptance that I am most proud of. I stand here today most proud of the fact that I now know that I am enough, that no, maybe I won't always do as well as I want to, but that I am no less worthy because of it. And I wouldn't be at this point if it wasn't for so many people who have guided me along during my time at PGS. To put it simply, you are all truly amazing. This year has been tough, but I made it. We all did. I made it thanks to the teachers and friends who helped me to realise, some unknowingly so, that I am so much more than a high grade. I cannot wait to embark on this next adventure in my life, hopefully meeting the conditions to fulfil my offer and begin studying medicine at the University of Edinburgh this September. Thank you for your guidance, Perth Grammar. Thank you for teaching me so much more than academics. Thank you for opening my eyes and allowing me to realise that I am enough.
Everything starts with a voice, a calling. For us, that was the prospect of a legacy. The simple question of, where do you want the school to be in 3 years, was enough to plant the seed of passion in our minds.
From the outset, we were always focusing on the bigger picture, as we wanted to make a difference that would last. We absolutely believed that we shouldn't give something 5 minutes if we weren't going to give it 5 years.
We set about implementing this philosophy right away, putting in a bid for a full remodel of our school toilets instead of a quick fix, and working with senior management to revamp our pupil voice system.
Now, instead of a pupil council, we operate the Article 12 system, which gives pupils the opportunity to approach reps in their years and houses to bring forth ideas, suggestions, and feedback about their lessons, learning environment, and opinions of the school.
For us, Article 12 means that no voice is left behind.
This year, while a success, has been for us the laying of foundations for a more rights-based approach to pupil involvement in the running of the school, even after we're gone.
This initiative has meant that a wider range of pupils with a wider range of views than before have access to the means of making real change, and are now more aware of the rights that they have and are more empowered to stand up for them.
We wouldn't be able to talk about leaving behind a legacy, though, without mentioning what the school has done for us in terms of honing these skills that we now possess.
Throughout our 6 years, we have been offered the chance to expand our repertoire of skills on many occasions, such as with public speaking through MVP training and research methods through the Go for Set program, a STEM-based challenge for young people.
Every pupil is given a wide range of opportunities to develop both life skills and close relationships with their peers and staff, and no two pupils' experiences are the same.
It can't be stressed enough just how impactful these have been, with some leading pupils to reevaluate their future plans, opening doors to destinations that they never knew existed.
We couldn't be more thankful for the approach that the staff have taken to teaching the senior school, encouraging us to think for ourselves and to take any opportunities that arise, granting each and every one of us invaluable experiences that we can carry into the big bad world.
And we couldn't make it through this speech without giving a massive thanks to our S6, our class of 2020.
Where on earth do we begin? We're such a diverse bunch that have come together to achieve so much.
Even before the summer holidays, we were gathered in the dining centre discussing a brand new learning space with a modern design that would form a part of our legacy, with everyone having their say and many pupils putting artistic and logistical skills to use.
The moment we stepped into 6th year, we began to draw closer together, especially after our senior inductions that had us cooking together, planning together, and even making incredibly poor recreations of Stonehenge together, all for some good old-fashioned fun.
And that's just scratching the surface of what S6 is capable of. The talents of our year group are so diverse.
We are a community of everything, from sporting stars to science buffs, thespians to social subjects loyalists, and our destinations for the future range just as wide.
Many of us will be going to university or college, while others will be embarking on adventures that are a far cry from the school hall, such as joining the RAF.
And finally, we couldn't talk about our 6th year without talking about our last day, forced on us with 2 days' notice, accompanied by the dark cloud of exam uncertainty and other corona concerns.
But nevertheless, we persevered, having created memories that will stay with us for a lifetime, with friends that we will never forget.
Before we finish, we'd like to give our thanks to some of the staff who have helped us so immensely.
Firstly, Miss Robertson, for selecting us for these roles, supporting us all the way, and giving us a myriad of opportunities to represent our school.
Mr. Farrell, who has been instrumental in getting initiatives like Article 12 off the ground, and generally just being a great pillar of support. We'd also like to take this chance to wish him a very happy retirement, filled with sourdough bread making and litter picking.
Mr. Reed, who tasked himself with making our collaborative learning space a reality and setting up oh so many meetings.
The office staff, for being so helpful when organising events such as parents' evenings and school shows, and doing all they could to help out with S6 projects.
Mrs. Cameron, for helping with leading the senior prefect team, and always being available for a chat if we needed it.
And finally, we'd like to thank every other member of staff, even those we only knew for a short time, for simply being wonderful. Every one of you has had a positive influence on our 6-year story in some way or another, and we have faith that you'll continue to do the same for everyone that comes after us.
At the end of the day, we'll always be the class of COVID, but we are proud of the way that we've handled leaving behind our legacy, and we believe that it is safe in the hands of our new school captains, Daisy Ross and Ishbel Dow.
Our legacy of rights and of hard work.
Our legacy of friendship and of camaraderie.
Our legacy of pride, respect, and ambition. Right, okay. Shall we let them in then? I think we've got everybody here.
Yep, sounds like a good plan.
Admit all. Here we go.
I think we can all agree that our time at Perth Grammar School was filled with many great memories as well as some challenging experiences. However, with the help and encouragement from the PGS staff and our peers, we were able to get the very best out of our time there, and I will forever cherish the lessons it has taught me. Moving forward, I look back on the 6 years I spent there with gratitude and thankfulness, and I can hopefully use my skills that I learnt at the grammar to help me in the future.
During my time at Perth Grammar, I've learned a lot about myself and a lot about other people. I've learned how important it is to have ambitions and passions and to surround yourself with the right people. I've built many lasting relationships with both fellow pupils and teachers, and upon looking back at my time at this school, these people and the lessons they've taught me will always be found in my memories. And hopefully once all of this is over, us as an S6 along with our teachers will hopefully be able to reunite and celebrate our time at this school.
The memories I've made at Perth Grammar are ones that will stick with me for life. It's the foundations of what my future will hold. As much as we should focus on new opportunities, remembering what has taken us there is so important. It won't be one thing I will be remembering, however. It will be all of it. The good times, the bad times, the relationships, and everything it has taught me, in the class and out. It was such an amazing place, and I'm sad to watch that door close, but I'm excited to open some new ones.
Now that I've stopped crying, there's a few things I'd like to say. For me, school has always been my happy place. It was a place where I met my lovely friends, it was a place where I discovered new passions, and most importantly, it was the place where I learnt the biggest lessons on life. The last 6 years would not have been the same without the support of my amazing teachers, and Walker of course. You guys really have been such a help through great times and times of struggle. I don't know what I've done without yous, and I want to say a special thank you to my favourite department, social subjects. I'm going to miss you guys so much.
When I came up to the grammar, I was extremely shy in my own little shell and not very confident. But as the years went on, I began figuring out who I was and what I was really passionate about. I would personally like to thank Mrs. Moore and Mr. Walker for helping me along with my journey. Mrs. Moore has always taught me to be myself and has given me advice that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And Mr. Walker has taught me not to take life so seriously. So I would like to thank the both of you for believing in me and not only being a teacher but also a friend.
I think we can all agree when I say that the teachers here at PGS are the heart and soul of the school. Whether they're making silly TikToks with us, baking bread and fanning our love for poetry, or playing silly board games in their classrooms at lunchtime, or even giving a practice room to cry in when you need it. They've always been so supportive and amazing, and I'm really going to miss them all. So thank you all. What a 6 years it has been, full of laughter and learning. It's a sad place to leave, but it's a gateway to bigger and brighter things. But what has made PGS PGS is the teachers and staff. Every single one of them is supportive and caring in their own way. Thank you for everything you have given us and all the opportunities you have made available for us.
Is this really it? I still remember those anxious feet, taking that step, that leap into the world of Perth Grammar. I remember the buzz of meeting new people, of saying hello for the first time to those I now cannot imagine living without. The friendships I have made here have been built to last. The lessons I have been taught here have passed on wisdom and knowledge, sparking ideas and aspirations that were built to last. Everything we've done, everything we've left our mark on, has been driven by so much passion and commitment. You can't change the world overnight, but we hope that our nudges will create waves made by the pupils of PGS who follow. We wanted to leave behind a legacy.
PGS has taken me to many places. It's taken me all across Scotland and Europe, for it has been the starting point for all of my adventures. The DAV programme had me trekking up hills and sleeping under canvas, which I would never have done without it. This led me to joining the Razak Youth Ambassadors, travelling up and down Scotland raising awareness about gender equality, which in turn took me to Paris and Helsinki to discuss children's rights. These experiences spurred me on to see more of the world, and I did this by joining the Scottish Youth Parliament and signing up to the Euroscholar programme to debate international politics in Strasbourg last year. But what matters most is that PGS has taken me to the here and now, through all of the twists and turns, the ups and downs, the thick and thin, through everything, and now I'm ready to tackle the big bad world. Well, now I need to shut up and leave, but I request of all of you, don't stop using that voice.